what would you say the main performance indicators for ETFs are? Thanks. Yeah. So yeah, when you're looking at stocks, you can look at various valuation methodologies, price earnings, price revenue, TCF, yada yada, all that stuff. Um, the way I look at ETFs is basically it's like a plug. So if I have excess money and I haven't done enough research to buy individual stocks, I'll buy ETFs, right? I'd rather own an ETF. For example, the SPY, the spider. SPY is the ticker for the S&P 500 ETF, which is 500 stocks that represent the U.S. markets. If I have excess cash, I'll put it into that, for example, rather than just letting it sit in the bank making hardly any interest at all. Yeah. But when you look at ETFs, what you want to do is you always want to look at the expense ratio. For example, the expense ratio on the S&P 500 is 0.08. And you go here to profile, and then you look here at the expense. Oh, it's 0.09, sorry. 0.09%. That's pretty low. And it's amazing because that's the fee you pay every year to own this. It's nothing, right? And if you owned a mutual fund that kind of represented the S&P, you'd be paying a couple percent in taxes every year as well, because mutual funds turn over their portfolio a lot, and you get kind of screwed from a tax perspective. So that's what I would look at, is right here. The second thing I would look at, ePronto, that's your name, right? ePronto, yeah. Is I would always look at the liquidity. Okay, so make sure that it's liquid enough, and obviously this is, because illiquid stocks own you or me. Illiquid stocks own us in a down tape, and not vice versa. So the way to do that, we know, is we go here to the average daily volume, which is 70 million shares. Hey, Susie. And then we multiply it by the price. So yes, very liquid. Can we get out in one day? Of course we can. So look at that. Yeah. Now, other ETFs that don't trade as much are going to have higher fees. So the EWZ is for Brazil. Okay. And EWC is for Canada. Z is for Brazil. Okay. So this ETF, because it doesn't trade as much, right, it's still very liquid, but the fee is going to be higher. So we go to profile here and we see the fee is very high for an ETF, 0.59%. So the bottom line is that I would always look, when it comes to ETFs, at the annual expense fee as well as the daily liquidity. Make sure it's liquid enough so you can get in and out if need be quickly. And you also want to go and read the investment prospectus. Yeah.